Previously on This Is Fiction.
We found this in a desk that came from where I used to work.
A dictionary that declares itself to be fiction.
Could have to do with a poem called The Raven Lies.
A plea for one last breath denied. The raven lies dead.
As it turns out, it wasn't just this particular poem.
There's 3 different poems, yeah, right there.
I was not prepared for this.
Follow the Raven. That to me feels like it could be decoded into something. I think those are coordinates. The coordinates are that way.
I think it is.
Same. Oh my word. Are you kidding me?
I think it is. Wait.
What is that?
What is that?
No freaking. What is
What the heck? Are those chess pieces?
They're chess pieces. One other thing I can think of is I want to.
This letter changes everything.
It sounds like if some psychopath is trying to play a game and you're his next victim.
Something's not making sense. That box was not on that mountain for very long before we went and found it. We're gonna figure out what's going on here. Are you with me?
Hi. Hi.
You see my new car?
I didn't know it was yours.
It is. My Volkswagen's dying.
I have 4 doors now, and I can put people in the back without cramming them in.
It's a girly color.
It's maroon.
It's a girly color.
You're a girly color.
I am.
Well, I have made a discovery
Of
of ravens and mysteries and dictionaries. The box rusts.
which box?
The metal box that we found on Skull Mountain rusts.
Well, it's metal.
It was not rusty when we found it.
Did you have it out in the rain?
I brought it outside. I sprayed it with a water hose. It took several days, but it rusts. Not all over, but like where it was scratched up on the lid, but it rusts. And I'm like, there is no way that if it was up there for however long, since way back when all this happened with the dictionary and the publishing company, there is no way that that box did not rust sitting up there on that mountain. And yet it rusts when I bring it here.
It's creepy.
It is creepy.
I don't like that.
And I think it means it was not up there for that long.
It was fairly clean when we found it too. It just had a few scrapes on
It
it.
was pretty clean. But today we're going to look at the theories that people have posted on Discord and on YouTube, because there are quite a few of them. So I'll go set up. Some mics roll at a different speed than others, and then it's a very minuscule difference.
You just blinded me.
But you're not green anymore. Okay, let's start with the box.
These yours are carrots.
These are mine. You can have some.
I wasn't gonna ask if it was. They're Carolyn.
It's a share size pack, and I was like, I'm not gonna share. But then I couldn't eat them all.
But then I came
So-
over and took them anyway.
You can have them. Let's start with the box. Take a look. It has rust. There's not a lot.
I don't see much. I see them on the hinges.
Well, you can see it on the edge of the box. This top edge. Or, yeah. Where it's scratched up.
Oh.
That was all silver before. Now it's rusty. On the hinges, I'm not going to count that because they were painted and they were not exposed until I cut them open. But that is where it rusted the most.
Some up here at the handle too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Can I see? Oh, yeah. That metal right there. Starting to rust a little bit. Probably can't see that in the purple light, but... So there's no way this thing was up there for 20 years. I don't believe it.
Where'd you get 20 years from?
However long ago it was that the poet was mailing stuff to the publishing company.
Oh, yeah.
It was like 15 or 20 or 10 or something. It was at least 10 years.
It was really clean when we found it, though. It wasn't very dirty. Like,
It was. It was in good shape. It was scraped up, and I don't think we did that. I really don't think that
no,
was
because
us.
when we pulled it out from under the rock, it was great.
Yeah. I just lifted the rock straight up. So that tells us somebody's actively running around doing stuff. We already know that because they put a letter in my door. Okay, let's go look at YouTube comments. I feel like there were some that we haven't looked at yet.
Philip said, "It occurred to me once you got to the rocky area that the coordinates could lead to the landscape the painting was based on. It was wild to see my guess confirmed like that. Finding something right at the coordinates would have been cool enough, but having to follow the raven like in the painting adds a layer that really brings it all together. Gotta give it to this Terrence Post guy. He knows how to do a treasure hunt. Just like you know how to build suspense. The whole setup already had me excited to see what happens next. That cliffhanger is making it even worse. I should also say, mystery aside, it was fun to watch you guys wander around in the woods. That was also nice."
That was fun.
Should we just do one where we just go wander randomly in the woods?
We should.
It would be a good video.
It would.
He's right, it's weird.
It was very creative. Like, we weren't really expecting to find anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
He put a lot of effort into that.
There was actually something up there that may have always been there or may not. Casey says, "There ain't no way. How dare you stop it there at that cliffhanger? Also, if the conclusion is just an elaborate prank or treasure hunt, or something boring, at least it's been entertaining. It has, until it got scary. You should send all the information to one of those high society detective clubs where really smart people get together to solve mysteries." Is that a thing?
I don't know if that's a thing or not, but
Can I join
I
one?
think Casey would know whether it is.
High society detective
Oh, is it one of the things?
clubs.
Well, they do like the apps where it has like a treasure hunt. You like put in like where your area is, and it'll send you on a treasure hunt. And you have to like, some of them, like you end up at the library, you gotta find a certain book on a certain bookshelf.
Like they're already set up, or somebody goes and sets one up?
I don't know, there's like an app for it.
Could this be one of those? This is a little out there though. Stuff's being left on my doorstep and I don't like it.
Yeah.
Reminder that after I found the note, I called my coworker and she said she didn't leave the painting on my doorstep. So the poet left me the painting and then came back later and left me the note. I hate it.
Do we lock the door when I come in here?
Can you go check? High Society Lady Detective series. It's a book series that I guess is called The High Society Lady Detective.
Is she real?
That just seems like a bad title.
It does.
Okay, anyway. Casey is saying that she thought Skittles were in the box right before you said it.
Is it treasure?
It's Skittles.
Because it sounded like Skittles
It
and we
did.
were shaking it. It really did.
At first I thought it was like rocks.
Technically it was rocks.
Yeah, it was stones.
It's stone chess pieces. NASA says we are one step closer to the treasure, gentlemen. The National Treasure memes have been off the rails. There are so many GIFs all over Discord. I was relieved when you opened the box. 100% confident that cipher can be cracked. Matrix and I are going to give it a go. And they're the ones that cracked it. So we're going to look at that later. They cracked the message that was in the Skull Mountain box. Matrix said, "Uh-oh, new rules." And it really is. When we find that there's actually something up there, that changes the rules. Things change. Philip says, "What's weird to me is that the box was locked, but you have no idea where the key is. You'd think there would be some clues to find the key to open the box. Then again, maybe I've played too many point and click games."
That's a fair point. There wasn't a key.
He's right. We should have had a key. We were following the trail, and there should have been something to lead us to the key, and there wasn't. And that's strange to me.
Or was it left for a specific person that wasn't you?
And they already had the key.
Mm-hmm.
That makes
But all the
sense.
stuff left on your doorstep. The
Yeah.
painting was on your doorstep.
That makes sense until they leave the painting on my doorstep that leads us to the box that theoretically was just put there.
Right.
Why wouldn't they give us a key? That makes no sense to me. But we got in.
I forgot.
They forgot. They forgot the key. Oops. I was fully expecting for you to find something and that to be the end of it. But no, you got a freaking cipher of some sort. I'm not too familiar with cipher solutions, but I'm sure it can be cracked with a bit of research and trial and error. I've not done this. I was a little bit intimidated by it. Solving a cipher out of nowhere with nothing to start with was a little much for me.
Yeah.
I did look at it and like try to see is there a letter frequency thing, but it didn't make any sense to me. No clue what's with the chess pieces though. Maybe you're meant to hold on to them until you find the board. Interesting. But what would
That's
the
right,
point
there
of...
was no board.
There was no
We
board.
were talking about that.
I tend to forget that. Because that's also another weird thing. But what if I find the board? Then what? I don't think there are magnets
Like
inside the
chests,
stolen
like-
pieces. What am I supposed to do with that?
I think what I had said was that it was like a game.
A game,
Like a game of chess is what we're playing. It's a game. We gotta figure it out.
like chess represents the whole.
Yeah, like the whole
Okay.
thing's a game. Here's what was going through my head. I think I said that in the last one.
The letter said something about a game.
Oh, it did, didn't it?
The gamer shies to play the game. The move is yours. The rules are fair. So this describes that as a game with rules and turns. The move is yours. Is that what it's about? The chess set is just communicating this is the game. Welcome to the game.
Please leave something on your doorstep for them to find. They're obviously like stalking you.
we leave something
Let's
on
Uno reverse it.
we leave something on my doorstep for them to find
Well, they're obviously
because
stalking you
'cause
anyway.
they
They know
basically-
where your doorstep is.
they basically live on my doorstep, so
Leave
that
something
makes
out there
sense
for
to
them.
me. That's hilarious. NASA. As soon as the letter entered the frame, my mind fixated on it and I couldn't hear a single word you said. How did he find you? Then he says you found the chessboard. He thought that we discovered the chessboard that was in that sequence at the end of the episode. He didn't understand that I made that just to create a cool visual sequence. That is all of the YouTube comments. Let's hop over to Discord. Some people have talked about This Is Fiction a little bit throughout Discord, and I'm going to try to find those comments, but if it's not in either a YouTube comment or the section of the Discord server that's specifically for This Is Fiction stuff, then it can be a little hard for me to find those to read on camera. Philip said, okay, spoilers for the end of the latest video, I guess. I haven't doubted the legitimacy of this wild mystery thus far, but you getting that note is the first thing that seems a little staged. I'm not accusing you of anything, but what do you have to say to that? Say about that.
Say to that.
Say to that. Thanks, Philip, for calling me a liar.
Yeah,
No, he's not
that's a
accusing me.
really fair point, actually.
It does look fake, and it feels fake, and I wish it was fake now. Okay, so in a conversation with Philip where we were actually talking about AI, I was talking about I didn't really care what the werewolf in the thumbnail looked like, I just wanted to have a werewolf there. And Philip said, I mean, I don't even see the lupine beast as a werewolf, so I don't think it would be that relevant. And he has a point. It looks very werewolf-like, except for being like 1,000,000 feet tall, but nothing in the poem actually describes it as a werewolf. It just says it's wolf-like. So I call it a werewolf because it's a succinct and simple description of what it looks like, but that gives the assumption that it can turn into a human. And so we don't know that it's actually a werewolf. I think we're down now to the stuff that people put in the actual dictionary theories section of Discord. I feel like we should save the decoded message for last. Okay, 1216 theory. NASA says, okay, I haven't watched the Skull Mountain episode yet, but Matrix and I think we've figured out what 1216 is. One of the poems was called 1216. This morning I was thinking about it and felt the crimson mark was likely referring to a blood moon, as you guys theorized. Matrix and I decided... You did theorize that. That was all you. Matrix and I decided to look up recent total lunar eclipses and see if any of them hit totality or would reach totality near 12:16 a.m.
That's a cool idea.
We found this complete list of lunar eclipses in the 21st century. Okay.
They're all in, like all out.
That's a lot to read.
They're
Wait.
all in on it.
Okay, here's a table. There are a lot of them. There's like a couple per year. On January 21st, 2019, there was a total lunar eclipse. Not only was this a total eclipse, it was also a supermoon. And since it was the first full moon of the year, it was additionally a wolf moon. It was referred to as a super blood wolf moon. I don't like that. A super blood wolf? That sounds like something a toddler made up.
Kinda does.
He only turns into a werewolf when there's a super blood wolf moon.
When was that? Was that when the dude was working?
Ooh. Huh?
When was it? Was that when the guy was still working at the office?
The eclipse?
Yeah.
It was in 2019, which seems random. But then he says the totality of this eclipse, which is when it's perfectly centered, was exactly at 12:16 a.m. What does that mean?
12 in like
16 seconds?
Yeah. Oh, that's creepy. I don't like that. Is he pranking us now?
Huh?
Is he pranking us now?
Is he pranking us
Or
now?
are you
I don't
pranking
know.
us now?
He doesn't know where I live, as far as I know. Or you're asking? You're asking if this is
this
real?
an actual thing?
Okay, 2019.
Like, you have proof
2019.
of this. He's not just.
This is on Wikipedia, which technically anybody can edit.
Okay.
Well, not anybody. I think you have to get approved somehow. But right here. 5/12/16. Does it change based on our time zone, maybe?
Oh, maybe.
But it's 12/16. Something 12/16.
Yeah. Oh, that's creepy. I don't like that.
I can't believe. So at 12:16, or 12 minutes and 16 seconds, or whatever it was, there was a super blood wolf moon. That is too dead on. That's a little too dead on for me.
We haven't like focused on this in so long that I like not really forgot about it, but like it became less serious and now it's creeping me out.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
talked about that. I want to let it rest and just not touch anything for a while and see if anything happens
Nothing's
without us
shown
doing
up.
anything. Nothing's shown up. No more notes on the door
Because it's our move.
because it's our move. What if I just don't take a move?
It's a fair point.
What happens in chess if you don't make a move?
Time runs out.
Your time. Ooh. Why did you have to say that?
I didn't think about it before I said it. I'm sorry. I'm gonna cry.
Here, I need a moment.
Why do I think it's funny? It's really not.
That is not funny.
Logic.
How much time do you have to make a move in chess?
How did you type it that fast?
Because I'm scared. Now I can type. There isn't a fixed time to make a move in chess. Instead, the time you have depends on the time control for the game, which sets a total time limit for the entire game for each player.
You don't get to set the time. He has the time set. He made the game.
So basically what it's saying is there's not a time per move, there's a time per game. So I would have, say, 60 minutes for a game, and I can spend however much of that I want on each move until I run out. Dagnabbit. Okay, we're gonna stop and let the camera cool. I need a breather anyway. This is... Okay, we're back on, and I have two questions. One, how long do we have to make a move? Did the poet tell us how long we have in any way in a poem somewhere? A classical game gives each player 90 minutes for the whole game, plus 60 extra seconds for each move. Or 30 extra seconds. So for each move, you're like, okay, I have 30 seconds, and then I can, if I want more time than that, I can use some of my 90 minutes.
If it's the 12/16, then that could be like 12 months.
12 months?
I don't know what the 16 comes
days?
from. Maybe.
2019 is weird to me. The super, what is it? The super blood wolf moon?
It really does sound like a toddler name.
That was in January of 2019, and that just seems random. That doesn't match up with anything else. Okay, here's a question then. When is the next super blood wolf moon?
It better not be December 16th.
The next super blood wolf moon, a total lunar eclipse coinciding with a supermoon and occurring during a January full moon, which can be called a wolf moon, is expected on September 7th, 2025.
That's the day we leave for the beach. Or I leave for the beach.
The day you leave for
That's
the
the
beach.
day I leave for the. Ooh.
Is that like the first one since 2019? What are the odds that it's literally a week after we're shooting this? I don't like how many things are lining up, but I don't know what to do with it. What does that even mean? Does that mean I'm out of time in a week? NASA says that he and/or Matrix decoded this. This may raise more questions than answers after it's decoded, but here we go. I see you. I can see you.